I missed him. Those 3 words stayed in my heart every single day. I thought I had more time. I believed tomorrow would always come. But one quiet morning, tomorrow never arrived. The empty chair by the window, the old coffee cup on the table, and the silence inside our little house reminded me that some people leave without warning. The greatest pain in life is not losing someone. It is realizing too late how much they truly meant to you. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, forgiveness, and second chances, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support helps us bring more emotional English stories to people around the world. My name is Anna. I am 24 years old, and I live in a small town surrounded by green hills and quiet streets. My life looked simple from the outside. I worked in a bookstore, smiled at customers, and returned home every evening before sunset. People thought I was happy because I always smiled politely. They never knew that my heart carried a heavy sadness that I could not explain. The person I missed was my grandfather. Everyone called him Grandpa William. He was not rich. He never owned a big house or an expensive car. He only had a tiny wooden home with a beautiful garden full of colorful flowers. Every flower had a story because he planted each one for someone he loved. He always said that flowers remind us to be patient because beautiful things take time to grow. When I was a little girl, I spent every weekend with him. We walked through the forest together. We fed birds near the river. We baked warm bread in his old kitchen. He taught me that happiness was hidden inside ordinary moments. He never hurried through life. He noticed every butterfly, every falling leaf, and every smiling stranger. As I became older, everything changed. College, work, and new friends slowly filled my days. My phone became more important than real conversations. I often received messages from Grandpa asking if I wanted to visit him on Sunday. Most of the time I answered that I was too busy. Sometimes I promised to come next week. Next week became next month. Then next month became next year. Deep inside, I believed he would always wait for me. One rainy afternoon, while arranging books at the bookstore, I noticed an elderly man searching for a novel. His hand shook as he reached for the highest shelf. I quickly helped him. When he smiled and thanked me, something about his gentle eyes reminded me of Grandpa. Suddenly my chest felt tight. I realized I had not visited him for almost 8 months. That evening I decided to surprise him the following weekend. I even bought his favorite chocolate cookies from a small bakery. I imagined his warm smile and the way he would laugh before saying that I had finally remembered the old man. But life had another plan. The next morning my phone rang very early. My mother rarely called before sunrise. As soon as I answered, I heard her crying. She struggled to speak. Her words broke apart between tears. Grandpa had passed away peacefully during the night while sleeping in his favorite chair beside the window. Everything around me became silent. The cookies slipped from my hands and fell onto the floor. I could not breathe. My legs felt weak. I wanted to tell him that I was coming. I wanted one more hug. One more walk through the garden. One more chance to hear his stories. But there was no more time. The funeral was small and quiet. Friends, neighbors, and family members came to say goodbye. Many people shared stories about how Grandpa had helped them over the years. He had repaired broken fences without asking for money. He had brought food to lonely neighbors during winter. He had planted trees for children who were born in the town. Listening to those stories, I realized that the man I loved had quietly changed hundreds of lives without expecting anything in return. After everyone left, I stayed alone beside his grave until sunset. The wind gently moved the flowers, and I remembered something Grandpa once told me. He said that love never disappears. It simply changes its place. Instead of living beside us, it begins living inside us. Those words became my only comfort. A few days later, my mother handed me a small wooden box that Grandpa had left for me. Inside the box were old photographs, a silver watch that no longer worked, and a notebook with my name written carefully on the first page. I opened it slowly. The first page contained only one sentence. For Anna, when she is finally ready to slow down. My eyes filled with tears. Every page held simple lessons about life. Grandpa had written about kindness, patience, honesty, and gratitude. He described moments we had shared together when I was a child, moments I had almost forgotten. Reading those pages felt like hearing his gentle voice again. For the first time in many years, I understood what I had truly missed. It was never only the man himself. I had missed the peaceful life he tried to teach me to live. The notebook slowly began changing me. Instead of rushing through every day, I started noticing small acts of kindness around me. I smiled more often. I visited lonely neighbors. I helped customers without expecting praise. I planted flowers outside my apartment building, just as Grandpa always had. Little by little, my heart became lighter. Months later, people began thanking me for the same kindness they once remembered in Grandpa. Hearing those words made me smile through my tears because I realized that a person's love does not end with their last breath. It continues through every good thing they inspire others to do. Before the ending, I have one special request. Please write in the comments, "I will never wait to tell someone I love them." As I looked at the sunset one evening, I finally whispered the words I had carried for so long. I missed him. I would always miss him. But instead of letting that sadness break me, I decided to let it guide me. Every flower I planted, every stranger I helped, and every kind word I spoke became another way of saying thank you to the man who taught me that love is measured not by how long we live, but by how deeply we care. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, leave a heartfelt comment, share it with someone you love, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. You never know who needs this reminder today. Life is short. Love your family. Forgive quickly. Visit the people who are waiting for you. Because one day, the words "I missed him" or "I missed her" may become the heaviest words you will ever carry.